Hey, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, episode 210 for September 7th, 2022. Happy Labor Day. Hope everyone had a great holiday weekend. I'm back here, Lance Brock, for 360 Wrestling Fanatic. I disappeared again for a while. I just got lazy and stopped doing shows for, it might have been over a month, maybe, I'm not sure, but I remember doing, at the time of Impact's Slammiversary pay-per-view, I actually wanted to do a show, but I just never got around to it. I wanted to do a recap of Slammiversary, but I was just too lazy for some reason, and I never did it. But I am back here now to talk about All Elite Wrestling's All Out War, which took place last Saturday night on pay-per-view. First, I just want to say, change things up a little bit. Got a new setup. Hope this looks okay. Hope the lighting is okay and everything. And hope everyone is having a great Monday, Labor Day, as I mentioned. Can you believe, actually, that it was 25 years ago on Labor Day that WCW Monday Nitro actually debuted on TNT at the Mall of America in Minnesota? Just wanted to get that little bit fact out there. I'm sure everybody probably already knows, though. But and before I get started with All Out, got the new, can't really see, but got the 2020 Connor the Crusher, Connor's Cure t-shirt they just came out with for this year. All the money, or I think it's all the money, or at least most of it anyway, goes to Connor's Cure for pediatric cancer. If it's this shirt is available at www.shop.com. Go there, get the shirt, help out a great cause, help kids who are dealing with cancer. And let's get on with the pay-per-view recap. Sorry about that. Got a little distracted by something. Let's get started. First, All Out 2020 from Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida, which, as of right now, since COVID and everything, is the home of All Elite Wrestling. And let's get started by recapping the first match, which was not held in Daly's Place, but held in a dentist office. We see the Tooth or Nail match, or Tooth and Nail, excuse me. Big Swole and Britt Baker. Of course, Reba Rebel got involved in this one, and they, of course, fought all over the office and then in the dumpster, and Big Swole ended up stabbing Britt Baker with one of the needles in a leg and got the mask with the, I can't think of what it's called right now, but the dentist stuff they use to knock people out, put her to sleep, and Big Swole gets the win to start off the pay-per-view. This one, I know a lot of people didn't like it. I'm not saying it was a great match or anything. Definitely not a classic, but I didn't think it was that bad. Not as bad as some people are saying. I didn't mind it. But like I said, I'm not saying it was great or anything, but it wasn't that bad in my opinion. And then we start off the in-ring action of the pay-per-view. And we got the Jurassic Express taking on the Young Bucks. And in my opinion, this was a great tag team match. An excellent match to start off the show. These two teams definitely gave it their all in this match. And it is the Young Bucks getting the win in this one at 15 minutes, 24 seconds. Once again, very good tag team match. If you missed this match, definitely go out of your way to watch this one. You should go out of your way to watch the whole show anyway, but definitely this match is one that you gotta watch. Very entertaining. And next up is the Casino Battle Royale. And the first group of superstars to enter the ring, we got Trent, we got the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, Jake Hager representing the Inner Circle, the Blade, Ray Phoenix. And then no eliminations, and we see the second group, Frankie Kazarian, another member of SCU. We see Will Hobbs, who hasn't really been seen that much on Dynamite, but is kind of a regular competitor on Dark Tuesdays on All Elite Wrestling's YouTube channel. Roddy Piper coffee mug available on ProWrestlingTees.com, the Roddy Piper store. If Pro Wrestling Tees is watching right now, feel free to sponsor. Chuck Taylor, Proud and Powerful. And at this time, Blade is eliminated, and also Christopher Daniels is eliminated. And third round of superstars is Billy, Penta El Zero, Brian Cage, and Ricky Starks. Luck of the draw get to come out together, and Billy is eliminated at this time. And we also see Darby Allin as a part of this group as well, make his way to the ring. And the fourth and final group, Shawn Spears, but he does not go to the ring right away. When he comes out, he actually goes over to the announce desk and does a little commentary. Not very long though, but and also Eddie Kingston and the Butcher come out together. Sonny Kiss, the Murder Hawk monster Lance Archer. Jake Hager is eliminated by Sonny Kiss, and then right after Sonny Kiss is eliminated, and now it is time for the Joker card, kind of a mystery superstar in this match. You don't know who it's going to be. It is Matt Sydal, and unfortunately has a little bit of a miss up when he makes his way to the ring, goes for the shooting star press, but he slips on the rope, and it didn't really look that good. Wasn't very pretty. As Jim Ross would say, bowling shoe ugly. And that's another thing I forgot. I usually just like to go over at the beginning when I start to recap. The commentators are Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur, but I'm sure everybody knows that anyway. And now back to the Battle Royale. And let's see. All right. Darby Allin eliminates Ricky Starks, but then he is attacked by Brian Cage and Ricky Starks, and they put him in a body bag and put thumbtacks in the body bag, and they power bomb him on the ramp. And Lance Archer now eliminates Brian Cage and Will Hobbs. I just want to say this real quick, take a little break. Will Hobbs, like I mentioned just a few moments ago, he's been on AEW Dark quite a few times, and they really let him shine in this Battle Royal. He was very impressive. He did not win, but he looked very good in this one. And another thing, just coming out of this, could possibly see a match between Sonny Kiss and Jake Hager, maybe this weekend Dynamite. I think that would be a good idea for AEW to do, to lead into a match in the next coming weeks or so. Now, the Butcher is eliminated, and Matt Sydal is. We are down to the final two, and Lance Archer eliminates Eddie Kingston for the win in this one to win a shot at the AEW World Championship. And 21 minutes, 51 seconds. He will now go on to face whoever the AEW World Heavyweight Champion is, either Jon Moxley or MJF. They haven't actually said just yet when this match will take place, but he will receive a world title shot. We do know that. And Broken Rules match is next. Matt Hardy taking on Sammy Guevara. And unfortunately, this one did not go quite as planned. They start off outside on the Concords area, like by the stadium where the Jaguars play, and they brawl out there a little bit, and then they go up on a scissor lift or something, and they go up there through tables. Matt Hardy kind of overlaps a bit and hits his head on the concrete floor. Now this is a legit. They actually stopped the match and for a little bit, and skip ahead to after the pay-per-view, actually, Tony Khan, because we see Aubrey Edwards throw up the X, and then Dr. Samson, makes his way over there, checks on Matt Hardy, and then, as I was going to say, on the media screen, or whatever it's called, after the pay-per-view, Tony Khan says Matt Hardy was checked out for a concussion. He did not have a concussion, was taken to the hospital and everything just as a precaution, just to be safe. They say he's okay, but the match did restart, but was shortened. And, well, you gotta believe it was anyway, because they went right to the finish after this. Went to the scaffolding in the arena, and Matt Hardy, I don't think Broken Rules match, but it's basically same rules as Last Man Standing. Guevara is unable to answer the 10 count. Matt Hardy wins this one at 6 minutes 10 seconds. Hopefully, he is doing well. Let's hope so anyway. And now the AEW Women's World Championship is on the line now. Hikaru Shida taking on the NWA World Women's Champion, Thunder Rosa. And this one, I thought was a very entertaining wrestling match. These two women definitely left it all in the ring. They gave it all they had in this one. Two excellent wrestlers in this one. Put on a great match. This is another one. If you, for some reason, you missed the All Out pay-per-view, it is definitely one you have got to go out of your way to see. Order the replay on BR Live if you're in the US, or your cable provider, satellite provider, or if you're international. Some countries you might be able to order it on BR Live maybe, or Fight TV. whatever you got to do, just watch the replay. I suggest the whole pay-per-view, but just those couple matches you cannot miss, in my opinion. And we have a big announcement, actually. Alex Marvez is in the back with Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford, and they announced that they are getting married. And this Wednesday on Dynamite, Sabian will announce who his best man will be. So you do not want to miss that, coming up this Wednesday on TNT, AEW Dynamite. 8-man tag team action is up next, as we see the Dark Order, Mr. Brody Lee, the TNT champion, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson take on the Nightmare Family, the Natural Dustin Rose, QT Marshall, Scorpio Sky, and Matt Cardona. This one, I wouldn't say I thought it was going to be bad or anything. Definitely not. But this one definitely surprised me and was better than I thought it was going to be honest. Very good match in this one. And the finish of this one sees Dustin Rhodes pin Colt Cabana, but is after Brody Lee pretty much looks like he has the match won. And he sets it up, tags in Cabana. All he has to do is go right in and pin Dustin Rhodes, but instead he goes for a moonsault. Rhodes moves out of the way, gets the roll-up pin on Colt Cabana to cost Dark Order the match. And of course, after the match, Mr. Brody is very disappointed in Colt Cabana, and we will have to see what happens with the Dark Order in the coming weeks on Dynamite and TNT. Which Dynamite will be unopposed this week. NXT airing once again on Tuesday on Sci-Fi tomorrow night. I'm sure everybody already knew that, but make sure Tuesday NXT and Impact. Watch both. DVR 1, watch the other live. Support Impact 2, support All Pro Wrestling. And then Wednesday, got Dynamite, and then Friday, SmackDown, of course. Just the pro wrestling schedule real quick for this week. And next up is the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. The Elite, if you can still call them Elite, since Hangman Adam Page was kicked out of the Elite, and Kenny Omega take on FTR with Tully Blanchard in their corner. Another excellent match here. Tag team action. Some miscommunication between Page and Omega. FTR wins this one to win the championships at 29 minutes, 44 seconds. Great match. And once again, if you missed it, you gotta check this one out. You won't regret it. A great match that you definitely need to see, especially if you're a fan of great tag team wrestling. And Mimosa Mayhem, the first ever Mimosa Mayhem match in the history of pro wrestling, is next. It is Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy. The third match in this series is tied up 1-1, the rubber match. and Orange Cassidy gets the win, hits the orange punch on Chris Jericho, knocks him back into the mimosa to pick up the victory. This one wasn't a Flair Steamboat classic, but a very entertaining match. And just once again, just if you missed All Out, order the replay. You can order BR Live if you're internationally, Fight TV, or here in the US. You can order it online or on your cable satellite provider, whichever you want to do. But just watch this pay per view. I definitely recommend it. And the main event is next for the AEW World Championship. Jon Moxley taking on MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. This one, great main event, very good match. Definitely did not disappoint. Of course, the stipulation, the paradigm shift is banned, and if Moxley uses it, he will lose the match and lose the AEW World Championship. But the finish in this one sees Wardlow try to throw in the dynamite ring to MJF, but there's a little slip up. It goes past him, and Moxley catches him, and the referee is distracted by Wardlow. And while he is distracted, Moxley hits the paradigm shift. The referee does not see it, and he is able to cover MJF for the victory to retain the AEW World Championship. And then we see Lance Archer with Jake the Snake Roberts kind of staring down Moxley, kind of teasing that match could be happening soon. The next time AEW will be on pay-per-view is November 7th. Full Gear, and it's a possibility, that we could see that match for the AEW World Championship headline that pay-per-view, which should be a very interesting match. But not the first time. They faced each other this past January in New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestle Kingdom at the Tokyo Dome. But it still should be a very good match to see. Don't know that that's not official yet. Don't know for sure if it is going to happen. But like I said, it's a possibility. I think they should do it. And they could, with the finish that we saw on the pay-per-view, could do MJF versus Wardlow maybe. Unless they want to extend that a little bit and then do the breakup. But I could see MJF wanting Wardlow, then causing a match, Full Gear, November 7th. And that was AEW All Out War 2020. An excellent pay-per-view in my opinion. Definitely a thumbs up show. And speaking of thumbs up, give this video a thumbs up, please. That would be great. And also leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And tonight, in just about 22 minutes, something like that, Monday Night Raw on the USA Network. Don't worry, I'll be finished by then. And now, to talk about a little bit of the news. Of course, it's been in the news for the last few days. WWE not letting any of their superstars do anything on third-party websites, whatever you want to call them, either Twitch or Cameo. I really don't know a whole lot about Cameo, but I think it's a site where you can get personal video messages from celebrities. I think that's what it is anyway. I don't know for sure, but if you know what Cameo is, leave a comment in the description or in the comment section. Sorry about that. Definitely not a skilled YouTuber, but leave in the comments if I was right or if I was wrong about what Cameo is. Um, and and apparently Mr. Brody Lee, speaking of Twitch, has banned Evil Uno from Twitch to take a shot at the WWE policy. And now available at WWEshop.com. WWE hand sanitizer, if you can see that, make that out. It looks like it's got like a keychain thing on it too. Of course, hand sanitizer in demand now. Smart idea. Will probably cost you an arm and a leg, probably more than the average hand sanitizer, but you never know. If it's not too expensive, I might order a bottle or two, but from the picture, it looks like it's a small bottle, but it's WWE though, so that would still be pretty cool just to have some WWE hand sanitizer. And once again, the Rowdy Roddy Piper coffee mug. And I apologize for anybody listening to the podcast. The audio version can't see it. It's a Rowdy Roddy Piper mug. You can see it, obviously, anybody watching on YouTube. Available at ProWrestlingTees.com, the Rowdy Roddy Piper store. Once again, Pro Wrestling Tees. If anybody is watching this stream right now, feel free to sponsor 360 Wrestling Podcast right here on YouTube and Anchor, Google Podcasts, Play Podcasts, whatever they're calling it, and a bunch of other podcast catchers. And anyway, I'm glad to be back once again. Am I going to stay back? Who knows this time, to be honest. But I hope so. I hope to be back soon. Okay, real quick. Facebook 360 Wrestling Podcast, Instagram 360 Wrestling Podcast, right here on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, thumbs up. I think that's what all the YouTubers usually say. If I'm missing something, I'll try to say everything right next time. And Anchor.fm 360 Wrestling Podcast. If you can, there's a way you can support the show. Send a little money. You don't have to. Don't feel pressured. But if you can, it'll help a little bit. Like as they say, keep the lights on here at 360 Wrestling Podcast. Hope to be back soon. And remember, before I go, I hope everyone is staying safe during the whole COVID thing. Wear your mask, just like I got. And just keep wearing your masks. Use the hand sanitizer. Wash your hands regularly. All that good stuff. Just stay safe. 6 feet. Social distancing. Until next time, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.